Now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trivia Night with Drink and Think Trivia. As always, I am Doug, joined by my eternal life partner, Lucas Sarge Carver.
I learned this week that a lot of people actually have Sarge as a nickname. The truck league I joined has 3. One of them has the last name Sargent, and the other dude I'm pretty sure was in the military. So now I'm just known as the Imposter Sarge.
Impasta.
So there it is.
I hope everyone's having a wonderful beginning to their October. The weather is dreary. Well, actually today it was pretty nice. But
Yeah,
since
true.
Hurricane Ian came through, the weather was kind of dreary. It feels like fall finally. If only
Love it.
Tech played better football so that it could feel more like fall. But hey, you know, basketball season starts soon, right?
We're a basketball school now.
For at least
I love
3
that
years.
I have a Beamer emblem on my basketball jersey. Because that makes sense.
UNC spanked us. But
That was bad.
before we get into all the nonsense that we normally get into on these evenings, let's start with if we have anyone new. If you've never played with us before, yes, that's right. PS4, Ian, that is correct. Hockey starts soon. We're in preseason right now, and Avs are getting the crap kicked out of them in preseason until I realized none of our starters have played a single minute in all of preseason.
Do you want to hit you with the opposite side of that? The Canes lost 1 game.
Oh, jeez.
We played number 1. We have a new Andre on our team who did the fetch on Tampa Bay. He did the lacrosse goal because Kim just watched a TikTok of it. We played some of our starters in the first game. We played a lot of our prospects. We went 4-1 in the preseason. We won 5-1, 5-2, 4-3, 8-1, and then lost 4-2. I feel good about it.
I had to explain to Allie the other day what an AB game is because she was looking it up. She's like, "You're playing the Wild today, and you're playing the Golden Knights." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's an AB game." She's like, "No, because it's at Minneapolis and at Vegas." I'm like, "Yes, it's an AB game. We send our A team to one location and our B team to another location. Both of them are prospect teams essentially, maybe with one or two starters." And she's like, that makes no sense. Why doesn't your whole team just go? It's like, because do you know how many people are part of hockey? Like, we have 4 lines. But anyway.
There's a lot.
If you go into play, if you are new, there is a QR code in the top right. If you want to scan that, that will get you to our app. Well, not our app, but the app we use.
It's over there.
It's
over there. I got it. I had to work it out. It's over there.
I mean, I can move it. And which way do you want to point? Because I can just move the thing.
Straight down. No, I'm kidding. It's cool where it's at.
Actually, I don't think I could do straight down. Yes, I could. Anyway, scan that if you want to play. Additionally, if you want to play in the browser, if you look at our Twitch chat, it says how to play in the browser as well. Make sure you just put in that code P4BS.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, I see that.
There's a 4 there, but you know what? Whatever.
PBS.
Public 4 broadcast system. Yes, there we go. I've done it.
It'd be it's like BBC 3. It's like
there you go.
PBS on Channel 4.
PBS 4. I like it.
Anyway, that's how you play. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out in the chat. We are happy to answer all of them so that everyone can have a good time, engage, and play. Aside from that,
announcements.
We do.
We pulled a zig when we were supposed to zag. As we all know, we just finished our Harry Potter night, so it's time for a new theme night, and we have made bold pronunciations of what we're doing, and we've decided that maybe those were too bold. Yeah. So what we're going to do, seeing as how it is October, and it is the super spoopy month of all time, we will be dedicating this month to just Halloween. It will be a super spooky themed trivia night on the last Thursday of the month, which is the 27th? Or 28th? 27th. I will not be here. Doug is very upset, but Virginia Tech plays football, and it's that time of the year. And I just like watching us lose, apparently.
I was going to say, some of us are still masochists.
That's very true.
I'm going camping this weekend just so I don't have to watch the game.
Oh, dear Lord. We will, however, still be doing The Office. It will just be pushed back to November. Yes. So no worries to Kenny and anyone else. The Office will still be a part of theme night, just 1 month delayed.
Yeah, so you should definitely listen to Doug at the beginning of the nights when it comes to announcements and not the end of the night, because Drunk Doug makes big promises that he does not know what's going into them. The other part of that is so aside from making the pronunciations about theme and all that stuff, I also made some promises about hangouts with Jeremy, like the one day that we could find. And I told Allie, and she's like, you know what that day that is, right? It's like, no, what day? She's like, that's our anniversary. I was like,
I was about to say probably our anniversary.
Oops. So,
yeah. My bad.
My bad. Yeah, so don't listen to Drunk Doug. But yeah, so like Lucas said, super spooky Halloween theme this month. Obviously, next month, the last Thursday of the month is Thanksgiving, so we are going to be doing it a week earlier. I will be in Fort Myers, Florida, that on the 24th anyway, so I mean, I guess I could host it from my laptop in Allie's parents' house, but I don't think they'd appreciate that.
Thanksgiving is
24th.
Okay, yeah, I will be at my parents' house.
Wait, is it?
Because then I will follow that up. Yeah, because it's the last Thursday of the month, right? That is Thanksgiving.
I thought it was the third. Damn it.
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
Thanksgiving confuses me.
Yeah.
Point being is I'm pretty sure that there's the UVA game that Saturday, so I'll be continuing to live my dream. Yeah, that one. I thought it was a Friday game, but it threw me off this year because the calendar was weird.
Yep.
Look at us planning things. Yep,
Yeah.
24th, Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, the Tech Ball game versus UVA isn't until Saturday for some reason this year.
That's never been the case.
I know. We don't do that.
So we have 2 Saturday games this year, two Thursday games this year, and our UVA game is on Saturday.
However, the 2 Thursday game thing is normal because we have the home and away. Because I'm going to state for that Thursday.
But we haven't had a 2 Thursday season in like 3 years.
Yeah, it has been a long
like,
time.
COVID.
I forgot we got rid of that.
But hell, we got rid of, what was it? 2019, we didn't even have a Thursday game period, and that was just
they tried to. Whit Babcock, I think, made a decision to try to dial it back so people wouldn't have to travel on Thursdays, which was dumb.
Yep, people travel.
Tech like Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. Well, enough about us moaning and groaning about how our team is terrible. Let's get into our rules for the evening.
Rules.
Lucas, do you want to go over rule number 1?
Rule number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is possibly the simplest rule we could ever concoct. It's so simple, in fact, that we had it printed on a sign. We put it behind Doug so that as you gaze at his beautiful face and slightly lean to the right, because that's his good side, you'll see it off the corner of you. It is, don't be a dick. If you have to ask yourself, hey, is that thing I'm doing a dick-like quality in my life? Yes, it is. Don't do it. Hey, is that thing that I'm thinking about doing something that someone would accuse me of being phallic? Yes, still dick-like. Don't do it. It's plain. It's simple. Don't make fun of people. Don't do things that would make you think, hey, I'm a dick for doing this, and you're good.
There's a caveat to that. Obviously, like, Lucas and I will be dicks to each other, but that's for your entertainment, and we in no means mean what we say to each other if we're being dickish. You guys could be dicks to us. That's why we're here. That's why we're paid the nothing bucks. You're more than
I got a doubloon.
Obviously we're here for your entertainment. Just don't be dicks to each other, your teammates, each other, just in general, anyone else. We are allowed to be your targets. But since we're so pig-headed and we don't listen very often, I mean, see our announcement about The Office. What's rule number 2?
Well, rule number 2 is rule number 1. Duh. Don't be a dick.
Pretty easy.
There we go.
And rule number 3.
To bring it home, we like, do you, boo-boo. Do your thing. Do what makes you happy as long as it doesn't affect the happiness of other people. In the words of Douglas.
Let your freak flag fly.
Because I don't like alliteration. makes my mouth not work.
We don't care what your preferences are, what you want to do, who you love, or where you come from, as long as it's not UVA. And we're all good.
Easy peasy.
Let's get into what we're drinking.
It came in a pint last week. It didn't get drunk, so it comes in a pint again. It's the Giant Red Wicked Apple Ale. It says it's 8%. I think I bought a Four Loko by accident. I'm concerned. Anyway.
I watched a man. So, I will be drinking Star Hills Festy. It's an Oktoberfest lager. After I finish off my pre-game course.
Pre-game.
It was very sad going into. So I had to go to Giant on my break yesterday while I was up in Vienna, and so I go down the beer aisle, and I grab my my Festy, and I grab my Coors pack, and then like I look over and I was like, I wonder if they have any like the big Smirnoff Ices, like the red, white, and berry. And a man walks up and without hesitation grabs 3 big ass Four Lokos. And I don't mean this as some kind of like college kid or something. This man is easily in his 50s. And he was just like, Four Loko, please. Like, that is my preference to drink tonight. And I'm like, one of two things is going on. Either A, he no longer has taste buds, or B, life is not going well for him.
That's not good. That's not good at all. When one walks in and picks up 1 Four Loko and they are not a college student, that's a concern. If you're picking up 4 of them things, you're not living your best life. That's scary.
Yeah, it was like I paused because I was staring at him, or I wasn't staring. I was staring at like the shelf with all like the singular big cans, and I like look down and I see like the regular Smirnoff, and I see the like Twisted Teas and the Smirnoff. What are they called? Smashed or whatever they are.
Yeah.
And I'm just like looking down and I see all the colorful cans and I was like, oh look, hey, it's probably down there. Oh no, that's all Four Loko. Like, I learned my lesson. I'm gonna say no to that one. And this man walks in front of me to just grab it and go, and I was like, huh. Well, even in my worst drinking days in college, even when I was doing 40s Fridays, or we were getting Four Lokos to play Four Loko ball, I still hesitated to try like grabbing that can. Like my hand would reach out knowing that was my objective, and I'd be like,
dude, they're not even the same as they used to be, and they're still horrifying. Like I looked at them the other day, and I was like, why? Who thinks this was a good idea? And then I go to the different aisle and buy something that's hopefully better. What was the other one? That was the thing I tried first. I didn't try Four Loko first. I did the other one. What was the big brand that competed with Four Loko when they started but kind of fell off? Whatever it was grape. But anyway, I digress. That's what we're drinking. Is it time?
That's yeah. What are you guys drinking as well? Tell us in the Twitch chat. We've been going for a little while.
Is he living his best life? No, Mama Pfeffer.
No,
he is not.
No,
that's a negative Ghost Rider.
Nope, not even a little bit. So let's get things started. As always, we have 48 questions tonight. That's 6 rounds, 8 questions apiece. It's gonna be a good time. So,
oh, you know it. How are we gonna start it, Doug?
I think you get to start off.
No curveballs this week, ladies and gentlemen. It is the current Evnets, otherwise known as the events. First up, let's talk about good old Elon Musk. Musk. Anyway, this week he agreed to buy Twitter at what price? In billions.
Billions. Why is my...
I don't know. I'm a fan of Evnets.
I put Elon Tusk.
Why did you call him Elon Tusk?
Because I was watching the heist episode of Rick and Morty the other day, and...
it was a Rick and Morty thing. Got it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Why is my... I'm getting double output. It's outputting to my headset, and it's also outputting to the speakers. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yes.
I can't imagine having that many billions of dollars to throw at anything. And in all honesty, for fun, basically, because he's not... We have a team called I Love MILFs. And I haven't answered yet. I got distracted by that. I guess we'll wait a minute.
I really want to see where that's going.
I do too. I don't want that to be the team that shows up and only does 0.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have Spooky Snoot, 40 Below Bunghole, Rage Against the Bunghole, Limp Bunghole, I Love MILFs, 9-inch Bunghole. Alright, so they are all just band... Is it just band names?
Yeah, it looks like it.
What is 40 Below? What am I missing out of that one?
I know
Rage Against the Machine, I know Limp Bizkit, I know 9-inch Nails. I think my Cracker Barrel's here. Yep, my Cracker Barrel's here. The correct answer, since I Love MILFs hasn't rang in, or maybe they did and it didn't show up, is 44 billion. I'm going to grab that to Cracker Barrel, Doug. Do it.
Cool. Yeah, apparently it's really expensive to retain lawyers, and this whole thing's been dragging on, him saying, not going to buy it, blah, blah, blah. Eventually relented, but... So Twitter is going to continue to be the hellscape, it still is. Guy on bottom, we can hear you, not so much on top. Oh, that would be me. Yay. So I'll turn myself up. I can also probably turn him up. Actually, turn Discord up. Why did I just... Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. It'll be good. No, not... Stop. There. Cool. Dougie Fresness, can you hear me now? Better. Cool. So, question number 2. Hypocrisy abounds in the world of politics every week, but this time it involves football. Herschel Walker gave a speech against what after... He gave a speech against what after allegedly buying said thing for someone else previously?
Oh, dear Lord. He bought that for someone?
Yep.
Fun. So, I love that the descriptor there was guy on top or guy on bottom.
Yep.
The only other distinctifier between us, guy with headband, guy with not, because we're all in tech crap.
Dougie Fresness, if you want to play, join us in the Triv Now app. If you want to scan that QR code in the top right,
Ooh.
that's where you answer. We ask that you don't put the answers in Twitch chat. Give people an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Or follow that link in... No worries.
Hey, it's all good.
All good, man.
But yeah, we play through an app. That way you can type all your answers in. And that's why we don't put them in the Twitch chat.
Yep. Also, you can have a team, and all yell at each other around a phone.
I'm disappointed. I Love MILFs has yet to answer still.
I Love MILFs. Come back. We have so much to bond over.
I'm not saying that. That's live on the internet, and the internet will not forget it, Douglas.
I was trying to see what you would have to say. All right, so that answer is abortion. He gave a very impassioned speech about abortions when he previously bought or paid for the abortion of one of his girlfriends, or paid for his girlfriend to have an abortion.
I think the thing I saw was that he allegedly is very violent in the workplace. And there's multiple reports of him being painfully aggressive and everyone's scared of him.
Wait, is he Terry Tate office linebacker?
I think so, except in a political sense. And I think that's called fear-mongering.
Yeah.
There's some political term I would like to think of that I can't right now. A coyote. What? Seriously? Got into a school in Juniper Valley, California, and it hid in the bathroom. The students took a poll and decided to name the coyote what? However, while he sat in that bathroom, he did listen to Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Yep. The video is adorable because, like, Animal Control opens it and the body cam, and the coyote, like, perks up, and he's like, what? And then you kind of see the little, like, noose thingy that they have to catch the dogs, and he immediately just kind of, like, sticks his head behind the toilet, like, no. You know how, like dogs, when they know they're in trouble, like, try to hide their face? He's like, no.
I don't wanna.
No.
I didn't do it. Alright. Cracker Barrel has not let me down twice in a row. I'm happy about it.
I don't think Cracker Barrel lets anyone down.
Last time we got it. I think we got it at the end of the night, and it was okay. Yeah, I'm happy that they seem to have figured out that problem.
Yeah. Dougie Freshness,
Sadly, I Love
are
Mills
you...
does not want to premiere.
Dougie Freshness, are you having any problems joining? If not, or if so, just let us know. We're happy to walk you through.
We will for sure help you get into the app, and you can replace I Love MILFs.
Yep.
Because they have abandoned us.
In our hour of need.
Correct answer. They named it Wile, as in Wile E. Coyote. I love it. Well done, students.
Well
Although
done.
I want to figure out how these kids knew that name. Because, like, that's an old cartoon that doesn't get shown a lot anymore.
Well, he is in the new stuff. Like the new
weird
3D animated Abomination, but...
I haven't watched any of that.
So,
I refuse on principle alone.
Let's talk about football. There's only one undefeated NFL team currently. Surprisingly, that would be...
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about Doug and me. Let's talk about all the headbands and the jerseys we could be. Let's talk about sex. I don't know.
Remember when that came out?
It worked. No. All I remember is it being in Pitch Perfect. That was not my genre of music, my dude.
I am unabashedly in love with that series. Like, don't at me, bro.
Love it.
Rebel Wilson just rocking out is the best part of those movies.
My wife will attest. I am an Anna Kendrick fan. Unabashedly so.
The Cup song, like, I used to play that game a lot. Like the clap,
Stacking the Cups.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in elementary school that stacking the cups became a competitive thing, and they wanted to teach kids to do it. So I remember in PE we learned how to do that and tear them down as quickly as possible, because what you do is build it up and you push it to the side and it would like slot the whole side down. I thought I was so into that. I thought it was going to be a competitive cup builder, and then, it kind of died off.
And now, like, there's still competitions out there, people doing it, and you watch these kids, and they have to do, like, 3 formations and then finish it or whatever, but they're just like... Okay.
That was my favorite thing in the world, is just that noise.
Yep. Well, the answer is the Eagles, surprising literally everyone.
Me too. I was going through my picks today for our family stuff, and I was like, the Eagles are 4-0. Is everyone okay? Jalen Hurts is still their quarterback. He left Alabama to go to Oklahoma, I think.
I don't remember.
Anywho, also in football news, what soccer team currently has a 100% win record in the Champions League? You want to take a shot at the only team that I pulled for in the Premier League, and why when I played FIFA back in the day?
Manchester United.
Negative. I don't like the overrated team. Not that they're overrated. They're like probably accurately related. Anyway, I don't like the popular team. So try again.
I have no idea. Literally, the 4 teams on there are the 4 teams that I know. Then that's it.
I only know 2 of the teams here, and I can name you a few more. I was an Arsenal fan because Arsenal has the logo of a cannon. So when I'd scroll through FIFA, I get to the cannon. I was like, yes, this team. I like them. The correct answer, that's Real Madrid.
That's like back when I would play, back when they made the NCAA games for football. I would always pick like Navy or Colorado or some and take them to the BCS championship.
Yep.
All right. Hold on. Why is it doing? It's doing its thing again. There we go.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, the answer. Wait, did we give the answer?
Yep. It was Real Madrid.
Yep. Hilariously, Putin signed the annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions and threw a party, literally. And then what happened?
I'll be honest, Mama Fafro, I don't know what's going on with that GIF. They're spraying something cold on a man's butt.
That's how you fight against overheating.
By laying down, pulling down your pants, and having a man spray something cold against your butt.
I think
it's funny enough, Doug. I played a lot of sports and overheated a lot. Never has a grown man pulled down my pants and sprayed cold fusion something into my butt.
Have you never
tell me about that? Go ahead. I'll wait.
Have you never heard of the silver bullet?
Yes, but I think that's different.
Nope, I'm pretty sure that's the silver bullet. Except, no, that wasn't the silver bullet. That was the silver gun that houses the silver bullet.
No, I think my favorite thing was when you'd be wrestling and they'd you get checked and you get checked down under, we'll say, and the solution to that was for you to sit and then pick you up and drop you down, and the bounce was supposed to make it feel better. I don't think that's true, but that's what it was. Why is my wife calling us a perv? I'm confused.
I don't know.
All right, what's the correct answer?
Oh, the correct answer is Ukraine took part back of those regions he annexed. During that party,
that was pretty great.
During that party, Ukraine did a massive push and took back a bunch of territory that was in those regions that he signed into annexation.
Dude, they're getting rolled. Oh, wait a minute. Team Fresh is in.
Yeah. Go Team Fresh.
We had 7-7. All right.
I do have to say I'm pulling for Team Fresh because I have been called Dougie Fresh since like middle school. So
I'm pulling against them because Dougie Hamilton left the Hurricanes for more money in New Jersey. And how is that not cup working out for you, Dougie? Anyway, Russia is lobbying the UN. The UN do what? In an upcoming vote on the Ukrainian liberation. Shut up, Doug.
I felt you looking at that camera, like, and saying that. I felt that in my soul. Like I feel like somewhere he just like felt like a chill down his spine. Like, hey, what was that?
No, I have a signed Dougie Hamilton hockey puck. I love Dougie Hamilton. Was that an MV shirt? I think she was in an MV shirt. Hi, Allie. Oh, she's on the phone. Yeah, I can't hear you. You have yourself muted.
Yeah, she's in an MV shirt.
What do you need?
I love it.
3 of the Smirnoff.
Go ahead and mute.
That's fine.
All right. So, who we missing? I Love MILFs? It's still I Love MILFs.
That's fine.
Pour out one for you, boy. I Love MILFs. 1966. Same year as Dougie E. Fresh. Holy cow.
Wow. I was born in 1990, so...
I was born in 89. My father was 3 years old in 1966, so there's that.
My dad wasn't born yet. I think my dad was 1967.
My mom was born in 66. Dad was 63. My in-law... you know what? Numbers. Right. Correct answer. They have votes be secret. Oh, cool. So they want secret. Russia wants secret votes, so that so that they can like bully people into liberating the Ukraine. Got it.
So
okay,
essentially, the vote is on sanctioning Russia for condemning Russia for Ukraine's liberation, and instead of voting out loud, they want the votes to be secret, so you don't know which countries support or don't support Russia. And I'm like, that's okay. Whatever.
It's kind of dumb. I think we already know.
But the funnier part to that, speaking of support in regards to Russia and Ukraine, what document did Zelensky sign this week? This is a wager question, which means that you have up to 7 points to wager with.
Yes.
So if you get the question right, you get the points you wagered. If you get the question wrong, you lose the points you wagered. This is not a... I don't want to say like a specific answer, but if you get in the ballpark, we'll give it to you. So if it says that you're wrong, don't worry. We'll probably correct it if you're in the ballpark of what we're looking for. So what?
Yeah, we're not here to be overly difficult. We're here to help you win points and an Amazon gift card.
Yep.
And a trip to Disney. No, we're not giving away a trip to Disney World. I'm sorry.
If we were giving away a trip to Disney World,
go to Disney World.
I was gonna say
Kim would compete harder, so much harder.
If we were giving a trip to Disney World, I would go. Like I would enter in under a pseudonym and then just win by seeing the answers. Be like, oh damn, I'm going to Disney.
Why do I picture you as the guy who's bad at pseudonames, though?
Yeah, it'd be like...
My name's...
It's gonna be like D-U-O-G.
Digamus Warland.
Doug, is that you? No.
No. Oh, God. What happened? Oh, I didn't get to look at the answers. I forgot. All right. Oh, I like 40 below. Good answer.
You ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
Proclamation, exactly. I don't know why that gets me, but that's hilarious.
I don't listen to hip-hop.
I haven't had that much to drink. In fact, I've eaten more food than I've drank, but this is fun. Oh, Lord. Are we missing I Love Mills? I bet we are. Excuse me.
We are. Well, no one really got close, but in the middle of the street on national television, he signed the application to join NATO. That has a massive.
Guess what, bros?
There's literally like a school desk. Like the video is like a school desk in the middle of like a bombed out road, and he just signs this paper, lifts it up, and he's like, "Yeah, what?
Now what?" Dear Lord.
We are just
I don't know what
hurtling towards World War III at Mach speed.
Yeah, but Zelensky's like, at least if we get World War III, maybe we'll get some support.
That's true. In first place, we have E with 9.4. Second place, 9-inch bungholes with 8.6. 40 below bunghole, 3.4. Then limp bunghole, rage against the bunghole. Sixth place is spooky snoot with 0.7. Team Fresh, who just joined us, so no worries there. And I Love MILF. Seeing as you guys scored abysmally in round 1, let's go on to round number 2. What do we have in store?
It's a 50-50 round.
Guess what, Doug? This is not the timed one.
This is not the timed one. Don't worry,
Actually,
we'll get there.
No, this
you don't know what we're talking about?
This is the timed one, because the other one is the one you used that I think would be a little bit easier, so...
Okay, this is the time round. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here or you're old here, it's everyone's favorite time of the year. Lucas goes into announcer voice and he tells you, this is the 50-50 round. What we do here is we read you a question and there are 2 possible answers. Doug will type 6 minutes into his timer, which is the amount of time you have to answer these questions. You can either go for points or you can get them wrong as quickly as possible, because what happens if you get them all done in the time limit, Doug?
Doug is going to chug a Smirnoff because I'm not taking
probably
shots
going
tonight.
to take a shot. I don't think I have anything to chug.
Also...
Yep, nope, it's probably Shotland for me.
Yeah, also the...
Because I can't chug this thing. That ain't gonna happen.
I'm putting in for 5 minutes just because 6 minutes we finished with like a minute 10 left last time.
All right, so we're deducting time from them. You only have 5 minutes this time.
You have 5 minutes to answer 8 questions. Time will begin when we finish reading the first question, at which point...
Did you mail one of those to me? I love those. They're great.
Lucas asked if you could mail some to him overnight.
Besides my beautiful intro, this round we are doing our 2 favorite boy bands from back in the day. Probably not necessarily true. There were so many good ones. The round is going to be Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Who sung it? And my wife probably just screamed in the other room if she heard that. But anyway.
How are you going to leave out 98 degrees from that?
Yeah, I was going to say 98 degrees. Literally anyone else? Do you got anyone else? Because 98 degrees is the only
those were the 3. There was
like
Eiffel 65 that did I'm Blue. and then they had the PlayStation song, which was them literally singing PLAYSTATION. And then listing off PlayStation games.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Omega
All right, cool.
Boost, Metal Gear Solid.
LFO.
LFO.
Does Ben mean LMFAO? Who would definitely not be a boy? No,
LFO is a boy band.
I don't remember boy bands, man. It's been way too long.
American pop band.
See, I would throw out not true. I always get
Hanson Brothers.
That's true. Hanson Brothers. That's a good one. I always throw out it's like True Vibe or something like that, because they were the Christian band, but their lead singer was like the lead singer of 98 Degrees. I learned the other day. Like, why does this band sound so good, even though they're like some random Christian boy band? Was their name True Vibes? Dang it. Oh well. All right, you ready to do this thing? Got timer ready?
I got it ready. Are you ready?
As I mentioned in this round, I am so ready. It's a 50-50. How well do you know the most famous of the boy bands? Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. For this, I will give you a song. You tell me if it's Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye.
Begin. You have 5 minutes on the clock. If there are any teams that don't answer a question, like you let it go all the way down to 0 and you don't answer, we will move on.
Correct. So if I Love MILFs is the last one here at the end, we will move on to the next question.
I would say let's just discount I Love MILFs.
Exactly. So we're good. We're done. That was NSYNC. Next question.
I want it that way. I want it that way. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
I only
we're done.
I only know the line.
Go.
I only know the line now number 5.
Like, tell me why. I never wanna. Go ahead and read the next one. I accidentally exited it out.
It's gonna be me. The last one. I didn't. Was whatever. It's gonna be me. The last one was Backstreet Boys. This one is who?
Stop singing. This is a karaoke night.
Can we have karaoke night?
I want karaoke night. I think that's how we get copyrighted, but that's besides the point. It's gonna be
we get muted on Facebook every week for some reason. I don't like. I literally have a royalty-free app in Streamlabs running in the background, and they're like, "No, you're playing music. You're not supposed to."
All right, you got to give them the answer. How many teams are in? Because I didn't. I got kicked off of that question.
I got 8. We got NSYNC.
All right, the next one. This I promise you.
Oh, we're getting some
I actually think I remember this one. I do think I remember this one though, because I was going back the other day and just doing a boy band night. Just dialing it back in, reminiscing a little bit. Oh, they're gonna get this round, and it really is not good for us. Kim's even trying to slow the group down, and they're still gonna win. Correct answer. That was also NSYNC.
Girlfriend.
I am curious if he constantly used GIFs of the actual bands, and you could have just looked for Justin Timberlake. Is it Justin Timberlake? NSYNC. Let's go.
I really should look through these GIFs more thoroughly, because I never remember a round that Ryan wrote where the answer was literally like the GIF. The answer is NSYNC.
Yeah, no, that's true. Quit playing games. Quit playing games with my heart. With my heart. I should have. Nah, we're done. That's Backstreet Boys.
As long as you love me. As long as you love me.
Yeah, that was a slow one.
You are, where you're from, what you. As long as you.
Yep.
That's getting play. That's going on the must play of my wedding.
7-8. Hit it.
That's Backstreet Boys.
You can generally get these right based off me singing them because I know Backstreet Boys better. Giddy up.
Done.
Now that. Doug? That was question 16. How much time's left?
1:30.
Man, they're done. That's an NSYNC song, ladies and gentlemen, and we're done. You want to go ahead and start the next round while I go get some booze?
Yeah. So, my chug tonight will be Smirnoff Ice, Red, White, and Berry.
White Berry!
So we're going to skip over the leaderboard, and we'll jump right into the next one. Famous explorers. Throwing it back to elementary school history, we'll give you a famous explorer from back in the day. You just need to tell me their nationality. So their nationality, not who sponsored them, because those are two very different things for a lot of people. You're telling me Ben is proud of his music knowledge? Kim saying, I may not know much, but I know boy bands. I mean, I'm not a proud man. I know my boy band songs. I don't know boy bands. So if someone starts saying something, I'll start singing along. I don't know who the hell it is, but I will know all the lyrics. And Ben is now going to be named Pop Princess from now on. Also, forgot to mention this. We are going to be playing some games afterwards, probably some Fall Guys. That will be afterwards. Join our Discord. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, join our Discord. Come hang out. We're going to play some Vidget games after this just to hang out, chill, all that stuff. Normally we play Fall Guys because it's free, easy to play. If we get a lot of people, we'll play Jackbox and be fun. But yeah, anyway, so question number 17. Throwing it back to elementary school history. I know I already read this, but I'll give you a famous explorer from back in the day. You just need to tell me their nationality. First up, the one with a holiday coming up on Monday, Christopher Columbus. Mama Pop Princess. I'm comfortable calling you that. So Ben has named himself Pop Princess. And Mama Fafro has said, I'm not comfortable being called Mama Pop Princess.
That's fair. I mean, Mama-tastic, you could just drop the Fafro so you don't have to be Mama Pop. You could just be Mama-tastic. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Let's see.
Meh.
You could just be Mama Princess too. You just drop the Pop part.
Yeah. Princess Mama.
Ooh.
Also, watching House of the Dragons, I have learned so much more about court and, like, being a king versus being a king consort versus being, like, all the different titles you can get by marrying into royalty and whatnot.
There's a reason I don't watch these shows. All right, where's Christopher Columbus from?
Italia. He was Italian.
Italia.
He could not get the king and queen of Italy to sponsor his voyage out west. He managed to convince the Spanish government to take his 3 ships out to the west, thinking that they're going to hit India, which is why people called them Indians for so long instead of Native Americans, because his dumbass thought that landing in Cuba meant he landed in India.
He made it to Asia and the spice market, Doug. Just by all the spices he found, and definitely not the tobacco.
You mean the very peaceful indigenous people he ran into and then massacred?
Peaceful is a strong word. There were probably a lot of peaceful Indians. There were also probably a lot of dudes who were like, "Look, bro, this pokey stick isn't gonna work out for you really well." There's always one in the bunch, Doug.
Yeah, there's always a couple in the bunch, but at the same time. Yeah. Anyway.
Am I dropping frames? I don't think I'm dropping frames.
I might be.
It could be possible. I blame Doug. Doug is bad at Doug. So,
yeah.
While he figures that out, what about Ferdinand Magellan?
I have dropped 0 frames according to my stats.
When I pour alcohol every time, I remember being a child and watching them pour it like in Back to the Future Part 3, where they just pour whiskey into a giant glass and someone just shoots it down. And in my head, it's brown sugar water. And that's what I expect every time I drink alcohol. That I'm going to get cool brown sugar water for adults. And that's going to be the best. And then I take a shot of alcohol and I'm like, this is not the thing that I want it to be. And I'm sad. So Magellan, ladies and gentlemen, was Portuguese. He was of Portuguese descent but sailed for the Spanish. He was the first... I haven't drunk yet. He was the first to circumnavigate the globe, which is why you get a little Magellan doohickey-majig. Are we drinking now? I saw you pop a thing. Popping bottles?
Popping bottles.
To you, good sir.
To you. Cheers.
Cheers. It's not sugar water. How about a carrot? Oh, God. Sugar carrots, not good blend with rum.
I love those things so much. They taste so good.
They're so good.
They hurt so much going down, though.
Any Smirnoff hurts going down. That's why you don't like getting iced.
I swear to God, next time... I have learned now, the only way to stop getting iced is to punch somebody.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to ask the next question and then provide context for that story. 'Cause I want to know who you've punched recently to stop being ice.
Sir Francis Drake. So the context was, it was after college. I was hanging out with a friend from George Mason, up in George Mason.
You rich, you got it.
And everyone was talking about, like, so they had come down once or twice to, like, the George Mason brothers had come down like once or twice and seen us play the icing game, and they wanted to get in on it. And they thought, who better to ice than Doug, because he would know what the game's about.
Right.
And as I was sleeping, they snuck into the room and put an ice, like, on my face. And I lashed out, and I was like, oh, what the hell? And, like, accidentally hit the person in the face, and I was like, oh, my bad. They're like, you don't have to drink it. And I was like, I guess I won't.
I don't think they figured out how to play the game correctly.
It tastes like styrofoam. You're fine.
Because all you had to do for that game was literally put it near them. So all they had to do was set it on your nightstand, and then you roll over and you're like, oh, ice. Then you drink it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do.
It's not a complicated game.
And then everyone tries to, like, get out of it by saying, oh, well, I didn't touch it, though, or I didn't, like, see it, though, or I didn't. It's like, just the game is in good fun, sir. Just.
Do you remember the ice storm?
I do. I was not a fan, and I hated every second of it.
It was so funny, though.
Coming home, I was sick. Coming home, feeling miserable.
And there were ices everywhere.
On my pillow, as I'm walking, the one thing I wanted to do was go to bed. The one thing.
Yep. Yeah.
And I come back, and I see an ice on my pillow, and I just scream out, "What the fuck?" And my roommate starts laughing hysterically. Now, mind you, my roommate has never met any of the band kids up to this point, but apparently, y'all showed up, knocked on the door, and said, "Hey, we want to go screw with your roommate." And he's like, "The bedroom's up the stairs," and we like.
In fairness, I didn't participate in the ice storm. I came home to one hid in my freezer, but my whole apartment was brothers. Like, it was Jude, Jason, me, and Matty Bo. And before that, it was me. There was another brother in there that probably didn't go to formal, so...
Fernando?
Maybe.
No, Fernando normally went. Anyway,
yeah,
so
I think Jude.
The answer is Sir Francis Drake is English. Sir Francis Drake was the second person to circumnavigate the globe after Magellan. Set sail in 1577 to go around South America through the Strait of Magellan. Around the rest of the world, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth I in 1580.
Is that why... Wait, we don't have a Drake. We have a Magellan and... Oh, I'm going to have some fun after this. What about Marco Polo? Doug, can you tell me, since it's trivia night and I've had a shot, what the other GPS systems were called? Because I didn't have a Magellan, my dad did. I had one of the other, I think, two. Because there were two big ones.
Garmin or TomTom?
A TomTom. I had a TomTom when I first started at Tech. My mom, for Christmas, decided we all needed GPSs. So you get this little, like, block that's about that big, looks like a mini television, and it's your navigation system. Why TomTom, though? That's where I was getting at with that. I'm curious now. Gotta know. Marco Polo was Italian. Another Italian explorer most famous for his Silk Road travels, trading with Asia between 1271 and 1295.
He visited Genghis Khan's court.
Oh, God. I just burped up rum.
Or was that...
Was
it Kublai Khan? Is it either Genghis or Kublai Khan?
He visited Genghis Khan, because Genghis Khan, I don't think, had a court. I wouldn't imagine.
Well, the home base of... Because I don't think the Mongols have ever had a court. They've always had warlords.
Exactly.
Correct. He traded, or he made trade routes with the Mongolians, but attended the home base of one of the Khans. I forget which one, though.
I'm looking it up. Go ahead.
It
was Kublai Khan.
Okay. Juan Ponce de Leon.
So Kublai Khan was in China, so he made trade routes with China.
Gotcha.
I can't imagine Genghis Khan ever sitting down to talk to anyone in a negotiation.
I mean, he like massacred Iraq, so you know.
Then again, in fairness, most of my references for Genghis Khan are South Park.
Yeah.
They're Mongolians!
Mongolians! Burn down my ship! I love the when they call up, they're trying to get a flight and they call up the number. They're like, hello, Shitty Oh, sorry, we were trying to call the airport. Oh, hello, Shitty Airlines.
Yep.
Genghis Khan, Iraq.
He's one of my favorite characters on South Park, actually. The sheer amount of lunacy. By the way, tell me where Juan Ponce de Leon is from. And why are we starting Florida off? Speaking of which,
España.
I need a Kenny update. España?
España.
I definitely need a Kenny update.
So I found out today that Allie's parents got water back, so I would assume that Kenny is probably doing close to as well as them.
That's good. How bad was their flooding?
They didn't have any, so they were far enough inland they didn't have any flooding. But seeing some of the videos from the beach at Fort Myers, holy
my goodness, dude, those videos are nuts.
Covering
the TikToks
street
out there
signs,
are horrifying.
You could go surfing on the streets, like, ugh.
Dude, the TikTok I watched, Diaz. Bartolomeu. Nope, we're not even gonna try it anymore. You all can read it. I tried.
If you want to anglicize it, it's Bartholomew.
Is that no? There's no H.
No, I'm saying if you want to anglicize it, like the English took that name and turned it to Bartholomew.
Oh, cool, Bartholomew Diaz. Thank you. Look at you, Doug, taking care of me. The TikTok I watched was like this cool epic cinematic of like Fort Myers before, and it's this beautiful beach, and they're playing cool music, and then they swap it to like Avengers Endgame when the villains destroyed the world, and like, dude, it looks like the Upside Down. It's like you took the normal and flipped it. It's the road's gone, things are tore up, the whole boardwalk. It's nuts. It's nuts how hard Ian hit, and no one was really prepared for a Cat 4. Yep. It was the 5th strongest hurricane ever to hit the U.S. That's mind-boggling.
It was 2 miles per hour. It was a single-digit mile per hour slower than a Cat 5. Like
that's nuts. Like, and then the crazy thing about it, Bartholomew, or however you say his name in Spanish, because I'm not good at that, was from Portuguese. Wouldn't that be Portugal?
Yeah.
Okay. He was a Portuguese mariner, explorer, who was the first European to round the southern tip of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope.
Next up is Sir Walter Raleigh, or just Walter Raleigh.
I'm not waving at Allie. Walter Raleigh.
Oh.
Bonus points. Bonus points if you can tell me what state he landed in. I'll take that in chat. Think, Lucas. Think. I need to drink more. I lost the train of thought.
Choo-choo. So the answer is he's English. He was a knight of Queen Elizabeth I. He sought to establish a colony near Roanoke between 1585 and 1588. We all know how that went.
Well.
Unfortunately, he was accused of treason by King James I and was imprisoned and put to death.
Didn't he? Did he? I mean, I know that's what my state capital is named after. But didn't he land in North Carolina, or did they just name the city after him?
I thought he landed in Virginia and made the Roanoke.
He did. That was... So the Roanoke colony is controversial, as you well know. But I'm pretty sure that was the Outer Banks of North Carolina that he landed on. Or the Outer Banks of Virginia. It's one of the two. It's one of those in-betweens. But I do know that he... I do know that the capital of North Carolina is named after him. That's why it's Raleigh. Yeah. But anyway, I digress.
Last one's wager. That's all you.
Is it wager round? It is wager round. What about John Cabot? Is this a logo I should know?
I don't know.
It looks like a logo I should know. It has his name on that crest. Anyway, I'm going to do more some research about Sir Walter Raleigh for a minute. Because I'm intrigued now. In the 1580s, he returned to England. Yeah, I know about that. So yeah, that's the Croatoa. That's the Lost Colony of Roanoke. If you don't know about that, go listen to a podcast. There's like 10 billion of them.
So
I think I've listened to like 7 of them on them.
So the prevailing, and I think I buy into.
Which theory are you gonna go with? Go ahead. I'm ready.
I buy into the prevailing theory that the Croatoa was the Native American tribe close by that took them in because later they found Native American tribes in the Appalachian Mountains with blue eyes and blonde hair, which is not something that is normal in Native American biology.
That is correct.
Or phenology.
So I support that. I'm in the it was expensive camp. My thing is, if you go look at the maps, there's one of the things where he tried to hide that they were adopted by an Indian colony, and there are maps that overlap that have like marked out spots where the Croatoan tribe was. Like they had it marked on their maps, and there are like maps that have these weird burn spots that are marked over. And I agree. I think they definitely merged into Native American society.
Like
it makes sense.
Hey, our founder left us for what was it, like 6 or like a year or something like that?
It was 2 years.
2
he
years.
was gone. He went back and couldn't get funding to return. In fairness, he didn't try to leave them. He left, which I never would have done because he left his pregnant wife, pregnant daughter who had his grandchild in the New World.
Because
that was summoned. Virginia. It was bad. It was bad.
Oh, the answer.
Not good. The answer is he was Italian. Good job, Spooky Snoot.
So a very English-sounding name, but nope, he was Italian. He was a Venetian explorer who voyaged to North America in 1497 and laid claim to Canada for the British. He tried sailing back in 1499, but was never seen again.
And now all I can think in my head, Doug, is... Blame Canada! Blame Canada!
With all their happy hullabaloo, and that bitch on Murray, too.
Alright, we going to scoreboard, or do you just want to rock and roll with movie quotes?
Let's rock and roll with movie quotes. We're running a little bit behind, but my favorite part of that song is John Elway working at a Kinko's saying, they're not even a real country anyway.
That sounds about right. That would be your favorite part.
Dude, John Elway's the man. Don't at me, bro. Except in... Okay, correction. He was the man when he was playing for the Broncos, being the... How are you a Hall of Famer quarterback, and you pick the shittiest quarterbacks for 15 years?
All I have to say is Aikman may be a dick, but he's a pretty good commentator, and he didn't try to become a GM.
Yeah. Honestly,
and I think we won about the same amount of Super Bowls.
My 4th grade teacher, so I lived in Colorado when they did the back-to-back Super Bowl thing. My 4th grade teacher's daughter played on a basketball team that played against John Elway's daughter's team. Gotcha. And everyone was pestering the hell out of him for signatures and stuff, and he like pissed off and all that. Apparently went and just like sat down next to my teacher who like didn't give a shit because he didn't watch football. And like they just started chatting, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, if you ever want to come to a game, just let me know." And he's like, "Game of what?" It's like, huh? And apparently John Elway was like, "Oh, haha, very funny." He's like, "No, seriously, what are you talking about?"
So, who are you?
Yeah.
No, I was wrong. John Elway has 2 Super Bowls. Aikman has 3.
Yeah, John. Yeah, it was.
I thought John had more than 2.
Can you name the 2 teams without looking it up? Can you name 2 teams that the Broncos won or beat back to back to win the Super Bowls?
Well, you said Green Bay, so I'm gonna say Green Bay. But give me years, real quick.
98, 99, and 99, 2000.
All right, so 99 and 2000.
97, 98, 98, 99.
Okay, so 97 and 98. So the Cowboys didn't go. Broncos are an AFC team. You did say Green Bay, so I'm going to stick with that. Green Bay's one of them?
Correct. Who's the other one?
Okay. The other one, most likely, NFC team. I'm going to say that you guys... I'm going to be stupid here and say that you probably beat an NFC East team. I'm going to say the Giants.
Nope.
Dang.
The Falcons.
Oh, well. Yeah, I never would have went with the Falcons. Although I probably should have known that because that was right after the Dion time. I think Dion was 92. So the Falcons would have been... Wait, holy crap. Did they have Vic?
No.
98?
Was...
Okay, so it was the year before.
Yep.
Okay.
That was the year.
Okay.
That was the year we went to.
How did they make the Super Bowl and still get Vic?
Because he wasn't drafted first overall.
He was drafted really high. Also, he didn't go to the draft till 2000. I got ahead of myself. We went to the title in 99.
Yep.
Look at me. All right, read the next question before we get more distracted by Virginia.
Time for some good old classic movie quotes from the AFI's 100 Years 100 quote list. Right, 9-inch bungalows putting kids to bed. Name the movie from the famous quote. First one's pretty easy. These are all free response, so you have to type your answers in. If you're close enough, we'll give it to you. Don't worry about spelling, as long as we can figure it out. Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
So Vic was selected first in the 2001 NFL draft, first overall.
2001. Okay, so that year after... 01. The year after they won, Broncos did absolutely terribly. So.
Yeah, we went national title.
Or not the Broncos, the Falcons.
Falcons. We went national title with Tech. Then 2000, Vic got injured, and then he went to the then he went pro. Random bit of trivia for you, Doug. What else happened in the year 2000 for Michael Vick? As far as sports goes. You'll never get this because I had no clue.
I have no idea.
He was drafted by the Colorado Rockies.
What?
In the 30th round. Despite not playing baseball since the 8th grade.
Our Michael Vick.
Vick was taken in the 30th round of the 2000 Major League Baseball draft by the Colorado Rockies despite not playing baseball since the 8th grade.
I mean, Tim Tebow did the same thing, so...
Yeah, but that's nuts.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't played baseball in that long. But anyway, I digress.
How hard is it to swing a bat and run fast?
It's really hard.
Bo Jackson did it.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was an amazing athlete. And he played for the Royals, who were cellar dwellers. And then he'd go... What I love about Bo Jackson's story is he would play for the Royals and then go play like 10 games for the Raiders.
Yep.
And go into the playoffs with the Raiders.
He would embarrass people though in baseball. Like if he got a hold of one, it was just gone. Like he wouldn't get a hold of them often, but when he did, it was like 400 yards. There was no.
Yeah.
It was either line drive to get out at first, or incredible homer. There was no in between.
What was crazy though is he was like a Gold Glove fielder. He was really good in the field.
I mean, did you see his wall run?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
No, he goes to catch a ball and literally does runs up the backside and across the wall to catch this ball.
Holy cow.
So anyway, the answer is Wizard of Oz. And no, Kim, it's not a trash movie.
I'm pretty sure it's a trash movie. I'm assuming you went in and corrected all of those.
Yeah.
Since they were X's for some reason. The next one, I'll be back. The Falcons' record in '98 was 14-2. They went 5-11 in '99, then proceeded that up with a 4-12 record in 2000.
That's how they got Vic.
Then drafted Vic in 2001, and I think we're still bad because that one of those things that I watch, the online people who do sports. I think they did a whole special on the Falcons. I think 2001 they were still bad. What's up?
Oh, that's
there
right.
We go. We're good.
Okay, yeah. What's the answer?
What's wrong? The answer is the Terminator. I'll be back. Arnold.
I'll be back.
Next one.
I'll have what she's having.
I bet you will. 7-9 and 01. There we go.
I have been to the city this was filmed in, and apparently the place where this line is uttered is like a big thing. I've never been there, but I know people who have sat at the table that it happened or was filmed, and they're like, it's really not that big a deal. Like, you have to wait forever. You have to wait forever. I'll go back.
Did you not check them?
I thought I did. I'll go back and fix it though.
Doug has it. Don't worry. You get the points.
Here we go.
All right, that one's correct.
Got it.
So the correct answer here, I believe this is yours, so I won't steal it from you.
When Harry Met Sally.
I don't know that I've ever seen that movie, by the way.
I have not.
Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. Yeah, no, I definitely have not seen When Harry Met Sally. Which is surprising to me. Although some people's answer for that question was Sleepless in Seattle, which I've seen many times. I think.
So
Is Sleepless in Seattle the one I've seen a lot?
The terrible movie.
Sleepless in Seattle?
Yeah.
Is that Is that the one with the bookstore?
Tom Cruise and Scarlett Johansson.
Number one, Sleepless in Seattle is Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Cruise.
Whatever.
And I don't think Scarlett Johansson either. I think it's someone completely different. I said it's Sleepless in Seattle, the one we watch a lot of... No, You've Got Mail.
Oh, Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. But You've Got Mail is also Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And You've Got Mail is the one that we watch all the time where she runs a bookstore and he's like the big bookstore conglomerate buying her store out. Yeah. I actually enjoy You've Got Mail. Kim does not like Sleepless in Seattle. I know that. Not as much.
That movie was just bad. Like, no, there's no contest there. Like, Sleepless in Seattle is just a bad movie that's always bad and boring as hell.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Sleepless in Seattle. I always think I have, but it's You've Got Mail, and I thoroughly enjoy You've Got Mail. The correct answer here is the Dead Poets Society.
The Doug movie is a very bad movie. I will give you that. I went to go see the Doug movie when I was 10. That was for my 10th birthday, and it was just bad.
That's fair. I never watched a lot of Doug either, so there's that. God, how are we so slow tonight? We're on question 29. We got to go.
Yeah, we got 20 questions and 50 minutes left. All right, so they're here.
Also a movie I've never seen. But for good reason.
I have seen the iconic landmark that is in the area.
It's because you're gossips. I learned from you. She's not gonna like that.
And then, okay. and then.
But yeah, no, then again, I'm not a fan of this movie's genre. So, there's that. I will be really surprised. Oh, wow, she did not get that. I am surprised. Disappointing one of her favorite genres. Who are we missing? 40 Below Bunghole. Okay.
Not even Rage Against or 9 Inch Bunghole, which is the one who put in Kids Bed. Like, come on. All right. Let's see. The answer is Poltergeist.
It is Poltergeist.
So, there's a scene where the priest is pushed down a set of stairs. That scene was filmed in Georgetown. Every Halloween, the cops have to sit outside of that stairwell, make sure, because people kept trying to reenact it, and a couple people actually died.
Why?
Because, you know, when you get pushed down a set of stairs, you're not always gonna come away from it just injured.
That's so dumb. Why? I don't know. Whatever.
Like,
I've seen this. Is his mother.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go with your thing.
I've driven past the stairs multiple times, and it's just like there's nothing like remarkable about that. It's a set of stairs. That's it.
Let me just share something with you, Doug. I've walked past many a set of stairs. I've never wanted to push someone down them.
I have.
We drove by the stairs when we were in DC. There you go.
There are days I want to throw myself down a set of stairs.
That's different, though.
If I have 2 broken legs, do I have to go to work tomorrow?
I love how you're definitely militarying this up. If I shoot my foot, will they let me go?
Hey, I dropped a knife on my foot. I didn't have to work for 2 days, so...
You did that. I have no desire to do any injury to my knee now, because my dad just had his knee replacement surgery done. I went and helped him get in a machine that literally rode his leg. That was it. And the man who literally poured like 1,000-degree tar on his hands and had them scrub it with sponges at UNC Chapel Hill and graft pigskin on, said he had never felt worse pain than his knee being moved after knee surgery. And I was like, nope, I'm good. That's a mean, tough man, and it looks like he is in a lot of pain. I don't want the knee surgeries. I'm going to take care of these boys. You're being summoned. Is
your telescope?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a pool bag? Doug, are there guns in that?
No, it's a telescope.
Ah, fair. You nerd.
We're going camping, so it'll be we're 2 days off of the full moon when we go camping, so it'll be pretty good.
That's cool. We're short a team fresh currently.
Fresh.
We may have ran them off. We may have scared them away with our ramblings.
Oh, the answer is... Oh,
The
no,
answer
he
is-
answered.
Oh.
Yay.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
If you don't know, you can say that. We just get worried when people don't answer.
Yeah.
The correct answer is Psycho. Not really surprisingly. I always get Psycho and American Psycho confused.
Who's on first? Oh, no.
That was a movie?
I don't know.
Because I completely associate that with...
It is a 1945 movie starring the people you think it starred.
So that's what it was called.
No, not the stand-up. There was a movie.
Not the stand-up. There was a movie.
When their captain is swindled out of a riverboat by a trio of gamblers, stage show star Abbott and his bumbling sidekick Costello must put things right.
Ah. Yeah, I've only ever seen the stand-up. Then again, I've only ever seen the stand-up thanks to Kim, because that was not something my family would have watched when I was a child.
It's
Not because there's anything wrong with that stand-up, it's just not something we would have watched.
It's just such innocent, such innocent.
I'm
humor.
excited for my round because I think you think people are gonna get them all right, and I bet they don't.
I changed one or two.
Aww. Did you change? Okay. I'm going to look now.
All right, the answer is the naughty 90s, but it was
Weird.
filmed in 1945.
Of course it was. Are we on question 32?
We are.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
This is your wager round as well.
Wager it. Get you some extra points, or don't, because you may not know this.
Gentlemen, you
Have
can't
you
fight in
too.
here. This is the war room.
This is the war room.
Pause
I have
for a
something
dramatic
to-
effect. Look around. Nobody gets the joke. Move on.
We're going to take this. Tech sideline where I watch the podcasts for Tech. That Hitler gets angry because Hitler finds out that Tech only scored 10 points against UNC's defense, which is a joke I haven't seen in a long time.
I absolutely loved when that came out.
Yeah, I know. And they made this. I've been meaning to send it to you. So and there's a few jokes that are related to Tech sideline that you probably won't get, but most of it you'll get. It's cool. So that's for you for later.
Yeah.
Back to my research of what you changed on my Smash Bros. Yeah, you did that. I figured you'd do that. Yeah. Did I have them in there, or did you change that one? Because I thought about putting them in. Okay, cool. Aw, I forgot to tell you what I wanted to make the correct answer, which was, yes, time to fight, or no, that's not right. Because in my head, I had Rhett and Link stuck in my head. It was a good Mythical Morning thing.
Nice.
All right, I'm jumping back up. We got 6 of 7. I don't know either. The correct answer here, Spooky Snoot. The correct answer is Dr. Strangelove. Very good.
Or How
That's
I Learned
7
to
points.
Love the Bomb.
There you go. All right, rock and roll. Push us on to constellations. How do we get off?
Time to shoot for the stars, literally. Can you name these constellations? Let's start easy. Name this constellation. It's a picture, so make sure you're paying attention.
I always forget its real name and definitely call it by its other name, which is a correct answer, by the way. So don't get confused by official names. When I went to get my booze, I forgot. We swapped because I was like, I should be reading the wager question. But that's why. Ask a question I know, damn it. Answer this one, you nerd. I love that Rage got the answer wrong because they tried too hard. They got it right, but you know what I mean. I know all the things. I want Kim to write something like really snarky now, but she's not going to. Wait, seriously? Bruh! You don't know what that is? Oh my lord, help us. Alright, Doug, tell my wife what that is, because she doesn't know Star Things quote.
Ursa Major or the Big Dipper?
That's the Big Dipper! Or, when you're in the South as a child, it's the giant ladle in the sky.
Alright, what is this hunter? Or who is this hunter?
Wait, did you just take 2 questions? Fine, Doug. I don't want to ask questions anymore. I'm just sit here and talk to you.
Sorry.
It could hold milk? Is she okay? I get worried about her sometimes. She just starts screaming things. See, Rage Against the Bunghole... Oh. Rage Against the Bunghole pretty much wrote exactly the only other constellation I would know. And I also, given the context of the clue, would have went with Kim's answer. Because that's the only hunter I know in mythology. Alright, I believe everybody's in. What you got?
Oh, no, what do you have? You can answer this one and ask the next one.
Alright, so I got a question. Are we counting the like, where people wrote most of it correct?
I'm clicking.
Or are you just giving credit to 40 Below?
I'm giving credit to clothing items too.
Okay, so this is Orion, and in there obviously is Orion's belt, so if you got that, you got it correct. Good job, teams. The next one, Go Fish? Question mark? I also forgot to tell you about Orion, but I think he's the son of Poseidon, something bow and arrow.
How do we have in Smite? How do we have Greek gods, and Orion isn't a hunter in the Greek pantheon?
I think it's because they kind of pick and choose what they want, and Artemis is a much more well-known hunter than Orion is. I would argue.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, if I ponder over the Greek gods, I would definitely have named Artemis long before.
That's fair.
I would name Orion, because in my head, all I picture Orion for is the belt in the sky. I actually didn't know that he was Poseidon's son. Then again, I don't know my Greek and Roman mythology all that well.
I get them
in fairness.
I get them mixed up. When you get past like the major gods,
like Hermes and whatever the other fast god's name is.
Mars. No,
Thank you.
That's God of War. Sorry. Crap.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hermes and.
Yep.
Not Jupiter.
Correct answer here is Pisces. That's Pisces. Good job, most of you.
But yeah, like when it's like Zeus, I know Zeus. I know Hera. I know.
See, I don't know the Roman gods that well. Like, I don't know Zeus's comparison.
I think it's Jupiter.
I thought it was Jupiter and Neptune, but I'm not sure. I know the Greek gods much better.
And I think Neptune is Poseidon's. Pluto is Hades, which you notice how when we demoted the planet named after the god of death, everything started going wrong.
I agree. Also, did you see 40 Below's answer for that question? Because it was pretty great. It was pretty great. All right, it's your turn. Read the question.
Can you cross off the name of this one?
All right, Jupiter is the god of the sky. Juno is the queen of the gods. Saturn is the god of time. Neptune is the god of sea, so Neptune and Poseidon. Pluto's the god of the underworld, like you said. Venus and I assume Aphrodite, love and beauty.
Yep. So that means Kronos is the equivalent for time.
Yep, that would make sense. Look at us knowing things. All right, so Hermes is Greek, right? Hermes is Greek.
Messenger
to
god.
Roman. That's Mercury. Oh, we should have known that.
Yeah, because Mercury's the pew pew.
The pew pew speedy god. Yeah. Yeah, we should have known Mercury, because that's definitely a smite god that we know. Kim, no. Make like a pirate and give me the booty. That's a crucifix. All I can think of when people say that, I want to do, it makes me want to play Phasmophobia. I'm not gonna lie. If no one shows up to games tonight, me and you should play Scared Drunk Phasmophobia.
I love and hate that game so much.
Game's so crappy, but it's so good at the same time.
The answer
All right, Doug,
is
tell them what the cross is.
Cygnus, also known as the Northern Cross. The story is Phaethon took his father Helios' chariot for a ride and lost control and died. His brother Cycnus, now spelled Cygnus, spent days collecting his bones, and as a gift from the gods, he was transformed to a swan and put into the sky. So your bro went on like a joyride and died, and you picked up the pieces, and the gods were like, "Good job, bro. You get to be a bird." That seems like a pretty shitty like reward.
I have to agree. Number one. Number two, their stories are weird. Number three, I didn't come up with constellations in the sky, so I'm going to give extra hints on here. What about this ocean-like one?
Yeah, because when I see that, I think ocean.
Yeah, I do too. That would have been where my mind went. I would have went, look at the squiggles.
Man, sometimes
actually, no,
sometimes these rounds are sometimes rounds are so hard.
I want me and you to analyze this one and see what we would come up with. If I'm looking at that. I'm trying to see something in this, and I got nothing. The top looks like a countertop that fades into oblivion, and then there's this weird little pokey leg at the bottom. Maybe it's a hunched over man doing Kamehameha.
It kind of looks like, so the bottom looks like maybe legs like sat down with like your knees bent, and then he's got like scoliosis or something on his back, and a really long neck, and like he's like it's like a T-Rex.
I'm now a fan of
scoliosis.
Doug and Lucas analyze the star.
It's scoliosis T-Rex. That is my answer now.
Scoliosis T-Rex is your final answer. I approve. I am going to say it's Michael J. Fox trying to draw a K.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm done for the night. That's it. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, that's Aquarius. Lucas.
Do you know why Michael J. Fox doesn't use a rumble pack on his N64?
He doesn't have to.
Because Parkinson's.
It's so bad. Michael J. Fox, if you ever stumble across this, I love you and you're amazing.
Oh my gosh. Michael J. Fox is one of my favorite actors. Like him in Scrubs was fantastic. Like he's done so many good things, and he's still like an awesome human being with Parkinson's. And like, I'm sorry, but Michael J. Fox jokes are hilarious. They're kind of like dead baby jokes. Like I do not condone dead babies, but not
so
that.
Read the next question.
This ferocious one.
I think what's cool about Michael
J.
Fox,
a king of some areas of the world.
A king of some. That's true.
It looks like a coat hanger.
Did you ask it? I don't think you asked it. I think you stalled.
It looks like a coat hanger.
I haven't had a chance to analyze it yet. I was on the point that, like, Michael J. Fox is such a cool guy just in general. And I agree. This looks like a derpy third world coat hanger. Like someone, they a coat hanger and they were like, I want one of those, but we can't mass produce it. Put a hook on top.
It's like someone described a coat hanger to a blind person who had to tell a crafter how to make it. And this is what came out. It's true,
actually. I could definitely see a blindfolded person or a blind person trying to, like, touch a coat hanger and then design it, and this is what you get.
Yep.
I also like that, like, in our heads, we have, oh, Ben. Oh, Lord. I'm just gonna gloss that. I love how you have this image in your head of what, certain like astrological signs should look like, right? Like when you think of the answer that you've already Coat hanger, post 1970s operation. But like you have this idea of what Leo should look like, right?
Yep.
Sorry to steal your answer, but you have this idea of what Leo you're picturing a mane or some kind of lion. And it's like, nope, it's coat hanger with the hook pushed forward.
So apparently Leo is supposed to be the Nemean lion, which Hercules killed as part of one of his 12 labors. It could not be killed with mortal weapons, but Hercules managed to do it by strangling it, losing a finger in the process.
Never knew that Hercules was a finger short. Things you learn.
Yeah.
I screwed up. I have it on ones we have asked. There we go. Oh boy, let's have fun, Doug. Actually, all right, I'm about this one. What about this forked one? I think this one looks the most like the thing it's supposed to look like.
Honestly, it looks like a leech to me.
And if you write like the animal, I mean, I see that, but like in fairness, at least this one sort of has the thing you think of as.
Yeah.
Like at least it gives you that depiction.
Or
I, however, see a weird game of.
lamprey.
I see a weird game of Snake going on.
Nah.
It's branched into three things. It also could be a creepy three-handed monster. We shouldn't be allowed to name constellations.
Okay.
All right, Doug. If me and you had to name this constellation, what are we naming it? I'm calling it Prongy.
It's like a fish hook and a fork.
I know, so...
Fook? So fork,
so I was
fork and a
like...
hook.
I was,
Fook.
well, fish hook in my head. I was like, I'll take the F and put it with fork and make it make sense. It's a fork. Nope, that doesn't work.
That doesn't... That was my initial thought. And
How about a hork?
a hork?
Horkamus Major. That's mine and Doug's first star.
Also,
you got something?
Apparently, just like everyday things you do gets you put into the sky. Like Greek stories are stupid.
I mean, we're letting people answer. You can sit there and prep me up all you want. I'm waiting on answers.
What
do you want from me, time person?
It doesn't say.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
I Love Nils is the only one who's missing apparently.
No, I had 5 of 7 showing. That's why I was waiting.
Yeah, I do too. But
My bad. Okay. This is Scorpius or Scorpio.
Yep.
Good job. Now tell the story, Doug.
As the story goes, Orion boasted that he could kill all animals on Earth and then encountered a giant scorpion. After a fierce fight, Orion died, but Zeus raised the scorpion into the night sky because he was impressed. Like that's it? Like that you're a giant scorpion and you beat up some dude? Like, good job?
Hey, man. Yeah, but that dude was supposed to be a bad mamma jamma, bro.
He was only a demigod.
All right, read the last one.
Last one. Is this W for Wumbo? All right, I'll be right back.
Wumbo
2 seconds.
combo. Oh boy, he's gonna leave me alone with the constellation. All right, I've never heard the name of this constellation. It does look like a W to me.
What present did you get?
Giving the option to name it, it's not linear. It's a bunch of random lines. As I gaze upon its beauty in the sky, this is what Doug's going to be looking at with his telescope he was talking about earlier. Probably nothing good. It's a it's a correct weighted L that got confused in the middle. This is now the Lumos constellation because it's kind of an L, but you're making a 1 motion. Done and done, print it, send it. The Lumos constellation. I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and give you credit for that, Rage. Because to me, that sounds right. Even though it's not correctly spelled. It's me, a Wario! I kind of like that answer. I like where your head's at, 40 below. And I do believe that is 6 of 7. And this is Castaphia? Named after a vain queen who boasted about her beauty and was banned to the sky by the gods for all to look at. I had 2 correct answers in there, I believe, that I gave credit to. Good job, guys. Sadly, it's not the Wario. We're moving on to the last round. You'll see your scoreboard sometime when we do trivia on time. This is my round. It's 50-50. This is easy peasy. Let's rock and roll through it. It's video games, as usual. We're going to name a character from the video game Super Smash Bros. I need you to tell me if this is a playable character. DLC included. Playable, not summonable. Playable.
All right,
First,
I'm back.
Captain Falcon.
I'm gonna have to really watch myself on what I say because I have to quote, like, I want to quote stuff.
You said in the most recent Super Smash Bros. So did you change it all to the most recent Smash Bros? Is that what you did for your change?
No,
Because mine should have said any Smash Bros.
I put the most recent just because it was the most comprehensive list. It's included everyone. There are no missing characters in the most recent one.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Whereas like Brawl was missing characters from the one previous.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I love MILF still bringing up the rear. The correct answer here, Captain Falcon is playable because we all like to Falcon Punch.
Falcon Punch.
Falcon Punch.
Falcon Kick.
No, Doug. This is yours. You can have it.
Dr. Mario.
By far my mother's favorite game on the Nintendo. Because all it was Mario's version of Tetris.
I'm still
Except you had those little pills. I actually enjoyed Dr. Mario quite a bit. I liked how they didn't change Tetris, but it was still they made it a little more interesting with the gel blocks. I don't know. It seemed a little neater.
What? So we've hooked up our SNES and NES now. Allie is completely kicking my butt in Paperboy.
Dude, you gotta step it up.
But she has Tecmo Bowl, and who do you think I'm gonna play as?
You gonna play the Broncos?
No, I'm gonna play the Raiders.
Bro, if you're gonna play Tecmo Bowl and you want a cheat team, play the Cowboys.
No, you play the Raiders. They have Bo Jackson. They have Bo Jackson, who is
Bo Jackson.
He's literally
take the Cowboys and play Aikman and throw it every time to Irvin. He's open high every time.
Nah, you can literally throw short to Bo Jackson, and he can run the entire field and never get touched because he is faster than literally every other character.
All right, can I play Dr. Mario? Yeah,
you can play Dr. Mario. He is playable.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was neat. What about Mew from Pokemon? Mew. I don't know. I always played the Cowboys because they had Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Irvin. And I'd run two plays. I'd run a dive with Emmitt Smith, and if he didn't break loose, I'd run like basically 4 verts. And I'd drop back in the pocket with Aikman, and about a 3-step drop, Irvin had cleared the corner, and you just lob it, and he catches it in stride. Although, to be fair, I think the Raiders' defense was probably maybe better at the time. I don't know. The Cowboys' 90s defense wasn't bad. We won Super Bowls.
So I bought Madden 23. Like I haven't bought a Madden game in forever. But
I think I got 2019 or 2020, one of the two. But anyway,
I'm playing the make your own team or make your ultimate team or whatever it is.
Ultimate team? Yeah.
And I've got Marshawn Lynch as my running back. The man, his power is literally shake off tackles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I run up the middle, I just run an ISO. The man gets hit by a lineman, a linebacker, and the corner, and stays up.
I mean, in fairness, he did that in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Marshawn Lynch was a machine.
There's a reason they called it Beast Mode. Which, that's one of the challenges, is they call it the AKA mode, where you play against teams with that character on your team, and you have to complete objectives like rush 15 yards in 3 plays or something like that. And then the more challenges you complete, the better your card gets for that player.
Yeah, it improves the card. Gotcha.
So I got him through the AKA mode for Beast Mode being his AKA. And
gotcha.
The other one was Too Tall, because I had him in 22. And 22 is free though. So getting Too Tall up to his max is O-linemen just don't exist. You just hit the go button and he's just like quarterback. Ed Too Tall Jones was just anyway.
Too Tall Jones was something else.
Can you?
Mew, I got it. Mew is not playable. You could play as Mewtwo, but you couldn't play as Mew.
You can summon Mew in a Pokeball as an item,
Yep.
but
There you go.
Ice Climbers,
Ah, the Ice Climbers.
Papa and Mama.
Is that their names, really?
Yep.
Horrifying characters to play against, because there's 2 of them. And I don't know why, but in Smash Bros, I don't like to fight more than one person on a team.
I don't like to play. It's gotten to the point that there are certain people I will not play Smash with anymore. Like Ranals.
Probably not me.
Ranals I will not play with anymore because he's just too good.
Yeah, he's really good in Nintendo stuff.
Most of Marvin's friends I won't play with anymore. Also because they're just like sore winners. Like they will KO you and just taunt until you get back on the field, and I'm like, dude, it's like 4 buddies just hanging out while you being a dick. All right,
Dude,
and
that's why. Go ahead.
Ice Climbers are playable.
Yeah, they are. What about Mrs. Pac-Man? Do you remember my strat for Smash Bros? I'm sure we played at some point.
I know we've played. I don't remember what your strat is though.
I
Is
play
it-
Luigi. And all
Wait.
I do is Luigi lunge. And eventually the Luigi lunge gets super powered. And it yeets someone off the screen randomly. That's like the only ability I learned to use for the longest time was Luigi lunge.
my main is Little Mac, because I just do like the swinging overhand punch that just back and forth, and if it lands, it does massive damage. Or he also has like the charge up straight punch.
Yeah.
His recovery is terrible. He cannot get back on if you push him slightly off the edge, he's not getting back on.
That's it.
So my entire like strategy is to be on the bottom floor of the level and just lunge back and forth with the punch and just hope to hit.
I like it. I just like camp out and Luigi lunge in directions, and eventually it lands or I yeet myself to death. Mrs. Pac-Man, not playable. Pac-Man is, but not Mrs. Pac-Man.
Mrs. Pac-Man is summonable though as
There you go.
assist trophy. Banjo and Kazooie.
I hated writing it that way, by the way.
Yeah, like
It bothers me.
the game is
I just wanted to write Banjo-Kazooie.
which is the game,
but-
but they are 2 different people.
They're 2 different entities, I guess. Although, in fairness, they definitely could Fall Guys it and just have that bird growing out of his backpack, and I would believe it.
I just figured that was what, like, he existed back there. Like, I didn't know.
No, for sure.
For the longest time, I didn't think he actually, like, was an actual bird, just like something that lived in the backpack. Like, it was a magical backpack or something.
Yeah, I know, right? Makes it. Can you play him, Doug?
You can play him. He is a playable character.
How? He's DLC. That was the only way you could
Yeah.
get Banjo-Kazooie. He's DLC. That's why I had that in there. What about War Turtle? For all of you uncultured, that's the one between Squirtle and Blastoise. Actually, I don't think we have
coolest-
anyone here who's not an original 150.
He is the coolest starter second form of any of them.
Yeah, I don't think Charmander, so Charmeleon's not that cool. Ivysaur's cooler than people gives them credit for. Charmeleon's an angsty teenager. I like War Turtle because he's like the straight edge teenager.
Yeah,
I guess.
he's got the cloud tail, like just he's pretty cool. But there is not a second form I like better aesthetically than War Turtle.
I think it's fair. I mean, for me, Squirtle's my favorite starter. I'm a Blastoise man, all the way.
Charizard all the way. I've never
That's fair.
not picked the fire starter.
Although Venusaur grows on me the more I think about it. I really like the grass Pokemon the more. I always liked Razor Leaf as an attack. I don't know why. I just did.
No,
But anyway, War Turtle, not playable.
not playable.
I assume he's summonable, but not
I
playable.
don't know. So
Okay.
Pokemon Trainer, when you play him, you can switch between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. So
There you go. Bring it home, Doug.
And last question. It's not a wager, just answer it. Are you able to import your Nintendo Mii to engage in some wholesome carnage?
Can you play as the me?
What about me? It's all about me.
And I started singing the Toby Keith song. Want to talk about me? Want to talk about talk about number one? Oh my me my. I haven't heard that song in way too long. I haven't heard Toby Keith in way too long. I think the last time I heard Toby Keith was Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo Cup. That was played at every party ever.
Yep, I know. Now, if you want to get real technical, 2011, by the way, Red Solo Cup. All that was played at the parties we went to was Skrillex. Dubstep became a thing during our college parties, Doug, and then it disappeared as quickly.
I remember when I forget her name. There was one girl who
forget her name.
She was the head, like the de facto head of the clarinet section. I cannot think of her name, but whenever she threw parties, she had an amazing playlist for like dancing. Any other party I went to was EDM and house, and I'm like, this is stupid. But
oh, really?
The answer is the Mii is playable. You can give them costumes, and it gives them powers and all that cool stuff.
That's really cool. Yeah, no, what I remember is Charlie's dubstep playlist, and I did not know Toby was fighting stomach cancer. Things you learn. All right, well, that's the end of the night, Doug.
Yep.
We did it.
And in first place, Spooky Snout with 84.97, barely eking out. Limp Bunghole with 84.65.
Get right, Rage
Against the Bunghole with 69. Nice. In fourth, 64. Team Fresh, 53.7. 40 below Bunghole, 53.5. And in last place, I Love MILFs, who just didn't show up. So.
Feelings are hurt still. Damn.
Spooky Snout, you know how to get in touch with us for your prize. Thank you all for playing tonight. Next week, same time, same place, Thursday. We're gonna go over to our Discord, play some games. If you want to join us. Otherwise, hope you all have a great time. Lucas, you got anything to say?
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Thank you for coming. As he said, we hope you had a wonderful Thursday. Have a great weekend coming up, and have a wonderful next week. We will see you on Thursday at 7 p.m. EST for wonderful trivia from Doug and I and the bottom of our hearts. Have a wonderful weekend.